Some of you might know that I have a number of diplomas, and rather than taking white out or beige out and taking out that name and adding my name so that I can be a chiropractor, in New York State, I take a scissors to these things and cut them up and turn them into debris. But sometimes I turn them into these little faces. I'm not quite sure whether these three faces and four faces. Four faces came from one diploma. And I frame them and I try to sell them, and sometimes people buy them. Well, meanwhile, I buy these things on eBay, and in one particular case, I got a group of diplomas, and among the group was this envelope, Miss Peters, and it includes the academic life of Henry Allers, maybe, who was neither tardy nor absent for a period of 3 months in 1923 in Iowa, Benton County, Iowa. It has a seal. In addition to this, though this is not very interesting, in addition to this, there was this beautiful envelope which contained maybe this. Does that fit in there? Looks like it does. And what is this, you ask? Keystone High School, class of 1933. And just look at how beautifully this was done back in the olden days. And this was I don't know whether Arthur B. Emmel was a student. Maybe this was sent out to Arthur B. Emmel's family. I'm not quite sure how this thing works, but and here's another one, Keystone class of 1933. Were there twins? Lois M. Weiss. Look at this one, it is embossed. Look at that. You know how much this would cost today to build something like this? They wouldn't even know how to do it. This is a confirmation reunion service. Oh, Henry P. Allers. Is that what this was? Allers, not Allers. Mr. and Mrs. Henry P. Allers. Henry Allers. 1940, 1923. Look at that. So this was Henry Allers as a boy in some time in his life in some school district. I'd imagine this is grade school. Here he is when he's married. Is this him? He looks a little dim, but he went to school for 3 months at a time. Okay, I'm getting to a point here. So here's another thing that maybe contained the other one of these. But back in these days when this thing was made, I think every kid in class must have gotten cards with their names on them, and then they would give them to their friends, maybe. But this thing was kind of neat. Look at this. It's not only embossed and printed and die cut. It's just everything about this is so goddamn cool. Look at that. Belongs. This should. Oh, you should open this up and say it says you're invited to the top floor of the Chrysler Building or something. I'm not quite fond of how this was cut unevenly. That would have bothered me had I received this at that time. But look at this. Beautiful. So I tried to look through this, because this is the class roll, and see which of these names. There is no May Thomas. Look at the class flower was a violet. Elva Meyer, she here? No. But again, look at the embossing, different embossing. This has this sort of shimmery paper to it. Warford, he wasn't there either. Donald W. Hecht. No, she wasn't here either. Phyllis Hecht. Ruth Eleanor C. Donald Heitman. Garnett Emmel. Look at that beautiful printing. I don't even know whether, and these are you can see sort of the bruising, I guess they call it, from being engraved. Each one of these things is engraved. First of all, this was engraved, then it was stamped, and then this was engraved. So evidently, I can't even see here, Garnett ordered a bunch of cards, and he would hand these out to people. Oh, C. Wayne Peters. It seems to me when I looked through these earlier, there was one name that was on this list. Eugene Ruff. Ah. Schroeder. Anyway, look at this thing. And this is something that when I die, I know damn well my brothers are going to be, our niece and nephew will probably throw all of this away into the dumpster. Certainly it was not appreciated by the relatives of these people, this person, and they just put it on eBay along with all the other diplomas that came with this family. And I have it. I dropped one of these envelopes on the floor, so I have to turn this off and find it. But this is just an example of just the ability to print and emboss, and the value that students in the school system of Keystone High School in Iowa paid attention to. I don't even know how I started this sentence. They cared. Who cares now? Do you care? Do you care? Maybe you do. Bye.